Hello, and I think you know who this is. I just wanted to take a minute to stop what I was doing today uh, and just share with you um, what's been on my heart and a little bit of what's been on my mind. I'm not going to share it all, but I'm reflecting on December 31st, 2019. It's the same as it is every year on December 31st. We all review what happened throughout the year, and then we make a resolution for the year that's coming in. Well, 2019 ended kind of rough, and 2020 has just been rough since day one, and it's only March 25th. But I'm encouraged today because God is still God in spite of what we're going through. Just a recap of what we've been experiencing. There was an attack on the U.S. Embassy in Iraq. There were military troops that were deployed to the Middle East. There was a U.S. airstrike that killed an Iraqi general. There were ongoing fires in the country, on the continent rather, of Australia. And there was just a number of things that have gone on, and now COVID-19 has just attacked the face of the earth. It's not just a national thing, it's global. And it has forced us to take a knee in our homes and just be with those whom we live with. And if you're somewhere and you don't have anybody at home with you, I hope that you take this opportunity to connect with those by phone or social media to just tell them that you love them, because we don't know when the last day is. And in the midst of all this happening, people are still dying by the virus and by other manner of sickness. People are leaving this world, but God is still faithful if we keep our trust in Him. If you allow me, I just want to read a passage of Scripture very quickly. I'm not going to get too deep and theological, but just want to touch on the surface of what stood out to me. So I want to read 2 Chronicles chapter 15 and just a few verses, and I'm reading from the New Living Translation, and this is what it says. Then the Spirit of God came upon Azariah, son of Oded, and he went out to meet King Asa as he was returning from the battle. Listen to me, Asa, he shouted. Listen, all you people of Judah and Benjamin. The Lord will stay with you as long as you stay with him. Wherever you seek him, you will find him. But if you abandon him, he will abandon you. For a long time Israel was without the true God, without a priest to teach them, and without the law to instruct them. But whenever they were in trouble and turned to the Lord, the God of Israel, and sought him out, they found him. Listen to this, verse 5. During those dark times, it was not safe to travel. Problems troubled the people of every land. Nation fought against nation, and city against city. For God was troubling them with every kind of problem. But as for you, be strong and courageous, for your work will be rewarded. When Asa heard this message from Azariah the prophet, he took courage and removed all the detestable idols from the land of Judah and Benjamin, and in the towns he had captured in the hill country of Ephraim. And he repaired the altar of the Lord, which stood in front of the entry room of the Lord's temple. Then Asa called together all the people of Judah and Benjamin, along with the people of Ephraim, Manasseh, and Simeon, who had settled among them. For many from Israel had moved to Judah during Asa's reign, when they saw that the Lord his God was with him. The people gathered at Jerusalem in late spring during the 15th year of Asa's reign. On that day they sacrificed to the Lord 700 cattle, 7,000 sheep and goats from the plunder they had taken in the battle. Then they entered into a covenant to seek the Lord, the God of their ancestors, with all their heart and soul. They agreed that anyone who refused to seek the Lord, the God of Israel, would be put to death, whether young or old, man or woman. They shouted out their oath of loyalty to the Lord with trumpets, blaring, and rams' horns sounding. All in Judah were happy about this covenant, for they had entered into it with all their heart. They earnestly sought after God, and they found him, and the Lord gave them rest from their enemies on every side. Just in reflection, the text says this: the Lord will stay with you as long as you stay with him. Wherever you seek him, you will find him. My friends, continue to seek God. If you're sincere in your heart, you'll find him. He's not hiding. If you feel like he's hiding, maybe there's something in your life that's not right. And when you acknowledge it and name it, God will reveal himself to you. And that which is covering your eyes, you'll be able to see clearly again. Also, it said in verse 5 that during these dark times, those dark times, it was not safe to travel. Friends, we're living in some dark times, and we have been locked, restricted to our homes, and we cannot travel. In fact, the UK will have the police doing surveillance to make sure people are doing what they're supposed to do. And if not, you'll be fined and possibly something worse. Maybe you get put in jail. I don't know. I'm not taking the risk. But we're living in some dark times where it's not safe to travel. And while we're bound to our homes, we may not be able to come together in corporate worship, but we can have church right where we are. If there's an altar in your house that's been broken, why not rebuild it? Get that coffee table back out. When I was a child, my grandmother used to call all her grandkids to the dining room table, and she would open up this book and just read it to us. It's time to rebuild that altar and make God the center of your life and the center of your family during these dark times when it's not safe to travel. Just let me go on just a little bit further, and then I'll be done. He says, be strong and courageous, for your work will be rewarded. Be strong and be courageous. Do what the medical professionals have advised us to do. Don't be in such a hurry to live vicariously through a crisis, a medical global crisis. Don't be in such a hurry to live as normal. Trust God, but also do what the professionals are telling you to do. Wash your hands. Stay 6 feet apart from those that you have to interact with, if at all. And just be mindful. Have faith, but also have common sense. God is with you if you're with him. And continue to love and trust him, and he'll see you through. God bless you, and God keep you until we're able to meet again. And if for those of you that are talking about this painting behind me, this picture, it's my wife's, but it's probably the best looking thing in the house right now that I'm going to stand in front of to come to you and just give you a word of encouragement. So God bless you, God keep you is our prayer, and I love you. God bless.